Hollywood doesn't just run on talent, it runs on perception. And sometimes one feud can completely rewrite how the world sees a celebrity. Not just for a week, not just for a news cycle, but forever. Some of these battles started as small disagreements. Others exploded into diss tracks, lawsuits, viral clips, and public humiliation. In some cases, both stars walked away damaged. In others, one person rebuilt, while the other never fully recovered. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 celebrity feuds that changed careers forever. Let's start with a pop rivalry that defined an entire era. Number 10, Katy Perry versus Taylor Swift. In the early 2000s, Katy Perry and Taylor Swift were both dominating pop music, chart-topping singles, sold-out tours, massive fan bases. Then came the tension. It reportedly started over backup dancers who left Taylor's tour to rejoin Katy. What could have been handled privately turned into cryptic interviews and subtle shots. Taylor described a fellow female artist who basically tried to sabotage an entire arena tour. Fans immediately assumed it was Katy. Then Taylor dropped Bad Blood. Katy responded years later with Swish Swish. For a while, it felt less like music and more like chess. Every release was analyzed, every lyric decoded. Fans turned it into a digital war zone. Here's what changed. Katy's image during that period shifted from confident pop queen to defensive rival. Meanwhile, Taylor leaned into the victim narrative and rebranded strategically. They eventually reconciled publicly. But for years, this feud altered both of their public personas, proving how quickly female artists are forced into catfight narratives. Number 9, Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. This feud didn't stay lyrical. It became physical. Tension built quietly through interviews and online jabs. Then in 2018 at New York Fashion Week, Cardi B allegedly threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj. The image of Cardi leaving the event with a visible mark on her forehead went viral instantly. For weeks, headlines focused on drama instead of music. Cardi's raw, chaotic persona actually fueled her brand. She leaned into the controversy. Nicki, however, faced increasing scrutiny about online behavior and public reactions. The feud amplified existing criticism about ego, insecurity, and rivalry in female rap. And while both still have careers, the public tone toward Nicki shifted noticeably after that era. Number 8, Drake versus Meek Mill. In 2015, Meek Mill accused Drake of using ghostwriters. In hip-hop, that's not a minor accusation. That's an attack on credibility. Drake responded quickly with diss tracks, most famously Back to Back. The internet declared him the winner almost immediately. Memes exploded. Meek was mocked online. Concert crowds even chanted Drake's lyrics at Meek. What changed here wasn't just careers, it changed rap beef itself. Social media became the battlefield. Speed mattered more than strategy. Meek's reputation suffered heavily in that moment. It took years, activism work, and a strong comeback album to rebuild public respect. Number 7, Kanye West versus Taylor Swift. The 2009 VM. As Interruption is one of the most replayed moments in pop culture history. Kanye grabbing the mic. Taylor standing stunned. The audience gasping. But that was just the beginning. Years later, the feud reignited over lyrics in Kanye's song Famous, followed by a leaked phone call released by Kim Kardashian. Social media erupted. Taylor was branded manipulative by some. Snake emojis flooded her comments. Then the full call surfaced years later, and public opinion shifted again. This feud became a case study in narrative control. It also marked a turning point in how social media can weaponize half-truths. For Kanye, it was another controversy in a growing list. For Taylor, it fueled an entire album era and reinvention. Number 6, Lance Armstrong versus the media. Lance Armstrong wasn't just an athlete. He was a symbol of survival after cancer. For years, he aggressively denied doping allegations. He sued critics, publicly attacked journalists. When the truth finally came out, the fallout was devastating. 7 Tour de France titles stripped, sponsorships gone, charity reputation damaged. His feud wasn't with a single person. It was with the truth itself. And when it collapsed, so did the myth. His career didn't just change, it was erased. Number 5, Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp. This wasn't just a Hollywood dispute. It became a global spectacle. The defamation trial was live-streamed, every facial expression dissected, every testimony clipped into viral TikToks. Public opinion leaned heavily toward Depp online. Amber Heard faced intense backlash, harassment, and professional consequences. Regardless of perspective, one thing is clear. The trial permanently altered how both are perceived. Depp regained parts of his fan base. Heard's career slowed significantly. It showed how courtroom drama in the digital age becomes entertainment. And reputations are decided in comment sections. Number 4, Will Smith versus Chris Rock. The Oscars slap. One moment, one broadcast, one global freeze frame. Will Smith walked on stage and struck Chris Rock after a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Within minutes, it became one of the most shocking live TV moments in history. Smith resigned from the Academy and was banned from attending the Oscars for 10 years. Projects were delayed. His public image, once nearly spotless, fractured overnight. Chris Rock, on the other hand, later addressed the incident in a comedy special, regaining narrative power. This feud showed how even decades of goodwill can shift in seconds. Number 3, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. This was strategic destruction, diss tracks, public humiliation, constant pressure. 50 Cent relentlessly attacked Ja Rule's credibility. He mocked him in interviews, in music, and even reportedly interfered with business moves. Gradually, Ja Rule's mainstream presence faded. In hip-hop, dominance isn't just about talent, and it's about narrative. And once 50 controlled the narrative, the public followed. Ja Rule's career never returned to its early 2000s height. Number 2, Pusha T versus Drake. Story of Adidon changed everything. Pusha T revealed that Drake had a son he hadn't publicly acknowledged yet. The cover art, the lyrics, the timing. It was ruthless. Drake eventually confirmed his son shortly after. While Drake's career remained massive, the reveal permanently shifted how fans viewed him. It humanized him, but also exposed vulnerability. It proved that in rap beef, personal information can be weaponized instantly. Number 1, Kim Kardashian versus Taylor Swift. This feud defined an era of internet culture. When Kim released edited footage of a phone call between Kanye and Taylor, the internet exploded. Taylor was labeled a liar. Snake emojis flooded her accounts. For years, that narrative stuck. Then the full, unedited audio surfaced, and public sympathy swung back. It wasn't just celebrity drama. It was about power, editing, and how quickly social media forms judgments. Both women survived. Both evolved. But the cultural impact of that feud still echoes in how fans treat celebrity conflicts today. Here's the real lesson. In the entertainment industry, talent builds fame, but perception sustains it. And feuds, they test it. Some celebrities rebuild stronger, others never fully recover. But once the narrative shifts, it rarely goes back to what it was. Which feud do you think caused the most permanent damage? And who do you think won their battle? Even if it didn't look like it at first. If you want the next list darker, more controversial, or more shocking, say the word. We can go deeper.